Good morning. Welcome to the session on strategies on teaching learning outcomes. All of us know that we have a framework of learning outcomes prescribed by the National Council of Educational Research and Training in order to ensure quality in education. These learning outcomes are useful in teaching and learning and assessment, also in the remediation process that follows later. In languages, we have different learning outcomes in teaching reading comprehension, writing, grammar, and vocabulary. Now, let us look at the learning outcomes in teaching reading comprehension. Read various text types with comprehension. Identify the main idea and locate details. Infer the meaning of unfamiliar words in the context. Infers unstated facts. Predicts what is going to happen. In this session, we will try to discuss how a reading text can be used to identify different learning outcomes while teaching reading comprehension. Now, we have a reading passage here. It was an afternoon on a hot sunny day. Ramesh was coming back from playfield. He was waiting near a corner for his father to come and pick him up. Suddenly, he saw something. There was a man running. He was tall and lean. He just came from the old building in front of which Ramesh was standing. He had some object in his hand. The object reflected the sunlight to Ramesh's eyes. He was running so fast, like a deer. Ramesh was observing this from the corner. He was amazed. What he saw intrigued him. It was something that he wished to know. It was something strange. Ramesh went into the room. It was dark inside. Not because there was no light in the room. It was because Ramesh came in from sunlight. He saw, lo, a man was lying on the floor. There were red stains around. What were the stains? He didn't know. Then he went a step further. The man's eyes were half open. Then Ramesh felt for the breath of the man. Oh, there was no sign of any breath. Quickly he turned. He came out of the room. As he came out, he was able to hear his own heartbeat. Now, having read the passage, let us try to look at these questions. Where was the man coming from? What is the man compared to? Where is Ramesh when he saw the man? How was the building like? These are the questions. These questions have clear and stated answers within the passage. For the first question, the answer is the man was coming from the old building. Second question, the man was compared to a deer because he was running fast. This was stated. For the third question, Ramesh was waiting in a corner. This is also stated. And for the fourth question, the building was like a giant. It was a very big building, so it is compared to a giant. All these are stated facts. Now, let us look at some more questions. What could have been the object the man was carrying? Was the man alive or dead? How did the man die? Who could have killed the man? Where will the man go? What does the word intrigued mean? The questions that we have looked at have no stated answers in the passage. But still, there is evidence within the passage to give the answer to the questions that we have read. Now, if you go to the first question, what could have been the object the man was carrying? We have an object, and the object reflected the sunlight to Ramesh's eyes. What we can understand is the object was shining. Shining object could be a piece of glass or a piece of mirror or a sharp knife. So these are 2-3 possibilities. We are not sure which particular one is this, but still this much we can say. Next, the question is, was the man alive or dead? We don't have any sentence that states whether the man is alive or dead. All that we have is the man was lying on the floor, there were red stains around, and his eyes were half shut. Is this information enough for us to come to a conclusion whether the man is alive or dead? No. But if we go further, there is some more evidence that says that there was no sign of any breath. This is the indication that the man is no longer alive. So, answer for this question is the man is dead. Do we have a direct answer? No. We have understood it from the context. Now, next question is, where would the man go? The running man was running away to somewhere. We don't know where he is running. But if we want to say that he was going somewhere, can we make a guess of it? That is he running away from the village or town? Or was he going to the police station to get him surrendered? Or was he going to catch some bus or go off? These are the possibilities. So any of these things can happen. Nothing, we cannot rule out any of these possibilities. This is one of the important learning outcome that we should keep in mind. This is called prediction. Prediction in reading comprehension is an essential and important higher order thinking skill that needs to be practiced. So next, we have another question. What does the word intrigued mean? Intrigued. See, as far as vocabulary is concerned, it is a part of reading comprehension, but how do we understand the words? Does the student understand the meaning of the word only when the teacher tell the meaning? No. For a reader to become an autonomous learner, it is essential that we should guess the meaning from the context. That is, if we take the word intrigued, what he saw intrigued him. This is the sentence. So the intrigued is something new to us. But how do we guess the meaning? We can go to the previous sentence and we can go to the next sentence. There is an indication that he was amazed, he was surprised. Another clue is he wished to know what was happening. So roughly the word intrigued is like something like this: something interesting, or something that creates a kind of enthusiasm that we want to know what is happening. So I think we can understand the meaning of a word from the context this way, using the contextual clues. Already some information is given in the passage, and using that information we will come to arrive at the correct answer. These are some of the ways of exploiting a passage for teaching reading comprehension, keeping a set of learning outcomes. Keeping this in view, we need to look at how best we can utilize the reading passage and promote as many learning outcomes as possible from the passage. Now, finally, we can have a recap of whatever the learning outcomes we came across in this passage. They are understanding the main idea, understanding the stated facts. It is also known as reading the lines. Understanding the unstated facts. It is also known as reading between the lines. Another name for this is inferring. And predicting as to what is going to happen. Understanding the word in its context. Keeping these in view, we need to try to exploit the reading passage to identify and teach different sub-skills to promote learning outcomes, thereby enabling the learners develop higher order thinking skills and thereby make teaching reading comprehension effective. Thank you.